It may not seem like it at first, but the combat in Final Fantasy XVI can be pretty complex and actually quite a bit of fun. Sure, if you wanted to, you probably could just button mash your way through the game, especially in the early and mid game where the enemies aren't all that difficult, but not only would that get pretty boring pretty fast, it would also just take forever. And if you took the time to click on this video, I'm assuming that's not your preferred playstyle. You like to try to find interesting ways to string together attacks, use different abilities, and keep the combat fresh and exciting throughout the game. So in this video, I'm going to take you through what I think is a game-changing mechanic in Final Fantasy XVI that I haven't seen anybody else talking about. First, we'll break it down, and then I'll demonstrate how you can use it to string together some absolutely insane combinations. Now, I'm going to try to remain spoiler-free in this video as much as possible, so I'll only be demoing combinations and abilities that you get from the Phoenix at the start of the game. But these techniques are applicable to all weapons, accessories, and icon abilities. So once you've got them down, you can customize the combinations to best fit your playstyle and favorite abilities. And before we get into it, if this video already has you hyped to dive into some Final Fantasy XVI combat, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Like Torgal, my channel is small but mighty, and every like, comment, and subscribe really helps me out. Okay, let's get into it. Let's just start with some of the basics before we ramp things up. In general, combinations are important because they give us a damage multiplier. Let's take a look at probably the most basic combination in the game, Magic Burst. A Magic Burst is a melee hit followed by a magic attack, or 3 melee hits followed by a magic attack, or a melee hit followed by a magical attack 2, 3, or 4 times in a row. You'll see that if we just hit the enemy and then use a magic attack, the damage is 522. But if we hit the Magic Burst combination, the damage increases to 811, and the damage scales depending on the number of attacks in the combination. For example, if we do a Magic Burst combo 4 times in a row, we get the damage output of 3716, which is roughly 3.5 times more than just the single Magic Burst. Now admittedly, I'm not a math person, and if my calculations are off, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. But the moral of the story is this: in order to maximize damage output, we want to string together combination moves, and the more hits we link together in a combo, the greater the damage. Mind-blowing stuff, I know. But with that out of the way, let's look at my simple but effective combat technique for starting combinations and keeping them going. To do this, we're going to want the Burning Blade and the Charged Magic Attack abilities. These are abilities you unlock very early in the game and don't cost a lot of ability points to master, so I definitely recommend that you upgrade and master them as soon as you can. With the Burning Blade ability, you can press and hold the attack button to charge your sword and do a burning strike. And with the charge shot, you can press and hold the magic button to do a magic attack. But what's unique about these abilities is you can hold down the attack and magic buttons to charge the abilities while doing other moves, and then simply let go of the magic and melee buttons to add a powerful finisher. Let's take a look at an example. We're going to do a Phoenix shift, but press and hold the attack button at the same time. Not only will you close in on the enemy and do a shift strike, but by unpressing the attack button after the initial hit, you'll follow up with a Burning Blade. The same is true with the charge shot. Phoenix shift towards the enemy, but hold down the magic button. Not only will you do a shift shot, but you'll immediately be able to follow up with a charge shot by letting go of the magic button. But my personal favorite use of this mechanic is in combination with either a lunge or a down thrust. Down thrust can be used in the air to deliver a powerful finisher, and lunge gives you the ability to lunge towards an enemy to quickly close distance. When mastered, it gives you the option to do an extreme lunge, which covers a greater distance. Both of these abilities already require that you press the magic and melee buttons at the same time, so combining them with the Burning Blade and the charge shot doesn't require any extra work, just a little bit of timing. This moveset, lunge plus Burning Blade plus charge shot, or down thrust plus Burning Blade plus charge shot, is going to be the foundation of our combinations going forward. But the real key is going to be to hold down the melee and magic buttons to charge the attacks, and then let go of the buttons one at a time to pull off the Burning Blade, followed by the charge shot. So let's look at an example. We're going to lunge towards the enemy, but press and hold the magic and melee buttons. Once we've completed the lunge, we'll let go of the melee button, and then let go of the magic button. Now this may seem pretty basic, but this has become my go-to move whenever I need to close the distance on an enemy and get in some good initial damage, or want to start to string together a combo, or want to extend a combo and keep it going. And the great thing about it is that these abilities work with any of the icons, so you can equip your favorites and personalize the combinations that best fit your playstyle. Now let's look at how we can use this moveset as part of a Phoenix combo. We'll start with a basic version of the combination and then move into a slightly more advanced version that uses the icon abilities. Now for the Phoenix, I have the Phoenix Shift, Rising Flames, and Scarlet Cyclone equipped. I also don't have any accessories equipped, so we can get a better idea of what the combinations look like on their own. The basic version of this combination is going to be Extreme Lunge, followed by Burning Strike, followed by Charge Shot, followed by Phoenix Shift, followed by Shift Strike, plus Burning Blade. This is a very simple but effective combination, which is a great way to kick off a fight. Now for smaller enemies, this combination should launch them into the air, which gives us a ton of options for extending the combo. My personal favorite is following up with the down thrust in the air, but still holding down the melee and magic buttons so we can quickly follow up with a Burning Blade and another Charge Shot. Now for most small enemies, this should pretty much take them out right from the start.
This is where you fall down.
Now let's take a look at a slightly more advanced combination where we're adding in our icon abilities at the end. So our combination is going to be Extreme Lunge, followed by Burning Strike, followed by Charge Shot, plus Phoenix Shift, plus Shift Strike, plus Burning Blade, plus Rising Flames, plus Scarlet Cyclone. With that combination, we're able to do some serious damage to both the health and stagger bars before the enemy even knows what's going on. And if you time it right, you can recharge the Burning Blade and the Charge Shot while the animation for the icon ability is playing, giving you yet another opportunity to extend the combo and immediately follow up with an attack. And this is all with no accessories and not even close to the most powerful icon abilities in the game. And that is my simple yet very effective combat technique for starting, extending, and finishing combinations in Final Fantasy XVI. I'd love to know how you're able to customize it and implement it as part of your own combat strategy, so let me know in the comments below. And if you made it this far in the video, be sure to give it a like. And for more video games, tips, tricks, and guides, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.